That's right. Already blew the opener. Hey, it's Wayne's World Newcastle 3 going number 1. With me, Phil. You'll be sick of me by the end of the day today.
And Lilith, you'll be sick of my face too by the end of the day. Don't you worry.
No, you're the pretty face. I mean.
No, Charlie's the pretty one for the last time.
All right.
And where's my chimichanga? I didn't get it. FedEx.
It's like 9:30. It's like 9:33 East Coast time. And already like in the chimichanga.
Breakfast burrito. What?
Is that like the cure for hangovers or something?
It is.
The secret.
So we're doing 2 top 10 lists. I heard.
Well, one for Deadpool and one for Constantine. What do you mean you heard? You're like, we're doing 2 lists. I love how she like barks order, then she gets on camera and she's just like, oh, what are we doing now?
So our top 10 list for Deadpool are top 10 Deadpool moments. So I'm the evens, he's the odds as always. So obviously I have to go. My number 10 is his appearance in the New Mutants number 98, his first appearance, without which we would have none of this.
That's right. Or big pouches, 90s pouches.
Somebody's gonna go back in time and be like, Rob, Fabian, no, don't do it.
All right, well, since you did that, number 9, I would say, is Deadpool number 1 when he got his first ongoing series in 1997.
Teleporter belts and basketball shorts, nothing like it.
Scarlet Spider sweatshirts, that's right.
We did cover that. Go back and listen to it if you missed it.
That's what jump-started him from B-list's X-Men villain to anti-hero we all love.
Okay, if you say so. Number 8, when Deadpool crushed on Thor and Deadpool team up number 887.
I remember that.
He kind of reminded me of Constantine.
What is Deadpool? I mean, they kind of shied away from that.
Deadpool is pansexual. He's our only pansexual hero that I know of right now.
I forgot the word. Yes, he's pansexual. He loves pants. All right. So what are we on? Number 7. All right. I think everyone was like, I love Deadpool, and people were like, who's Deadpool? But I swear, after that team up series you're talking about, merchandise everywhere.
As far as the eye could see. I mean, I swear, in Walmart, he has his own section alone in the t-shirts. Only $7.50. Run out and get them. Where's the ka-ching button, Phil?
Oh, I'm sorry. You go out in the wild. I mean, you're gonna see at least one guy, in his 20s or 30s with a Deadpool shirt.
Or 40s, or 50s in the case of Rob. Number 6 for me is that Spider-Man Deadpool number 1 team up. I feel like that's the ship that the internet loves the most, especially that picture where he's like, if the internet could see us, they would have fits. I definitely think that did sail the ship.
Spider-Man Deadpool, you say?
I love their interactions in the cartoon too. Which Spider-Man cartoon was that where Deadpool showed up a lot? It's a recent one too.
I know he was in Ultimate Spider-Man. Is that the one you're talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I don't really get Disney XD, so I know. I only see the YouTube clips.
I mean, yeah, it's watered down a little bit, but I mean, can you imagine that? Did you ever imagine there'd be a day where we'd get a cartoon on one of the Disney channels and Deadpool was in it?
Never.
All right. Well, you were talking about that Spider-Man Deadpool team up. I know one of your favorites, Cable and Deadpool series.
Oh yeah, we have to get back to that very soon. As soon as we're done with Merc with the Mouth, all 13 issues, we're gonna get back to Cable and Deadpool. Sorry, Phil.
That's okay. I don't mind. But
Me barking orders.
I think, but I think things were looking bleak there for both characters, and I think that series they helped build each other back up.
Yeah. Let's see.
So yeah, you heard it. Well, Hellfire does bark out orders.
Does that make us number 4?
I guess.
Number 4, Back in Black, when Deadpool got merged with the Venom symbiote. I love that series, that miniseries. Like, that was a wild cash grab for sure, but it was actually interesting for a change, unlike Merc with the Mouth.
And it gave nerds like Charlie Esser that when people say, who's the first guy to merge with Venom, and then when they say Eddie Brock, he goes, no, it was Deadpool. Retcon! Read your retcons.
Boo for retcons.
Alright. Is it my turn? What am I at?
Yep, we're at 3.
Number 3. Of course, I think this is the one thing that's shot him through the atmosphere, and, even my mother knows his name now, when Deadpool got his own movie.
Yeah, definitely. And it was a good movie, and they and it was rated R, and it made a lot of money, and it proved that you could do it. I mean, we've done it before, but not to that amount of success. Like the Blade trilogy was rated R. A couple of I think wasn't Daredevil, the first Daredevil movie, like rated R?
I don't know if it was R. It might have been like a hard PG-13, but
yeah. So this one was super profitable, and it was so true to the character. And we're getting a number 2 and probably a number 3.
But, I mean, they knew they had a hit on their hands, because didn't they have the second one greenlit before the first one even hit the theater?
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, Fox, though. They'll milk a property.
Oh,
Fantastic Four. Just give it back. Give it back!
Well, that last one was horrible, but no, I mean, especially if they have a good one, like, Deadpool or Logan, they're like, 2 people went to see it.
Number 2 for me is gonna be when Rob Liefeld and Fabian Naccia came up with the character of Deadpool based on Slade Wilson. Duh. I mean Slade Wilson. So yeah. That's my favorite little bit of trivia about Deadpool, actually, because I'm a huge Deathstroke fan from way back. Back when he was known as Deathstroke the Terminator. So that's why I stick it out with Deadpool. I'm going to see that team up one day. They're going to come back with the DC versus Marvel one day.
I'm surprised Wade Wilson's never called himself Deadpool the Exterminator.
That's our parody right there.
Oh, yeah. Just going around spraying for rats and insects.
Green Rat, maybe?
Oh! Alright, and number 1, of course, the best thing that ever happened to Deadpool, when this podcast was created.
And that's why I love Phil. He's so shameless.
I'll plug myself.
Hold on, I gotta be right back. I gotta turn some more lights on. It's in here.
Oh, her hangover must be gone, everyone. Look, we're live. She just leaves me. All right. Well, while she's doing that, both podcast marathons, the live one and this online one, are brought to you today by the Blue Box Cafe in Elgin, Illinois.
I think maybe that's slightly better.
Advanced TV Herstory, Geeks A Go Go, and Entertainment Earth, and those are your sponsors for the marathon.
All right.
Since Lilith left me.
Would you do a little plug?
Yeah, there's a few sponsors.
Oh yeah, or did you do Earth Entertainment?
Entertainment Earth, Blue Box Cafe, Advanced TV Herstory, and Geeks A Go Go.
I like Geeks A Go Go. I'm definitely gonna check out Advanced TV Herstory. I saw Rob plugging it away in the group, so I'm gonna check it out definitely. In between our mini appearances on this.
I want to check that. I want to check out that podcast too, but I don't know if I could say that every week.
Sure you can. Just add it to the list. Okay, so back to our top 10 list. This time it's top 10 Constantine moments.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to start with number 10, and you'll probably notice a theme, like many of my lists always have a theme. Number 10, Matt Ryan got cast as Constantine.
Yeah. I was thinking about this last night. Matt Ryan's like the new Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, or even worse than Conroy, because Conroy, they just come to him for the animated stuff and video games. Matt Ryan, if it's Constantine live or animated or anything, they're just like, can we get Matt Ryan?
Well, and you know what's really funny? Like, the more that I think about it, the more that Deadpool and Constantine have a lot in common, especially when it comes to like their live adaptations, because everybody loves Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and everybody, like every single real true hardcore fan, loved Matt Ryan as Constantine. So they own those characters basically now.
Oh yeah. All right, so number 9. Well, you mentioned Matt Ryan, so I guess I'll do number 9. Well, Constantine got his own TV show.
Although it could have been better, but the cast was so good. Especially, I was really surprised to see Harold Perrineau because I loved him in Lost, but before that, I loved him in Oz. And I'm like, wait, I was way too young to be watching Oz, but I loved him in Oz, and he's been in a couple of other movies like The Best Man and things like that. Like, I'm a huge fan of him. So when I was like, what? He's doing TV? And now, shameless plug, sorry, he's on Claws with Niecy Nash, and that show is just my everything. You should check it out. It is super funny. It's already greenlit for season 2, so go ahead and binge watch season 1 on the TNT app. This podcast is not sponsored by TNT, but if they want to, more than welcome.
We'll take care.
Sorry. When Matt Ryan decided to do the voice work in the Justice League Dark animated movie is my number 8.
Yes.
We still have to podcast about that.
Hey, let's do it. Pick a week. We'll do it. Crack your whip. Come on.
Okay.
You know us boys are useless.
He said it, not me. It wasn't me.
I meant me, Tyler, and Charlie, not mankind in general, Will. All right. So number 7, you mentioned the Justice League Dark animated. How about the Justice League Dark comic series?
I love it. I think the first arc is strong, but the second arc is what really brings it home, and we're totally going to get to that pretty soon. So I'm excited to talk about Justice League Dark. It was an interesting departure, and that brings me into my number 6, actually, is when the writers decided to make Zatanna a love interest for Constantine. I think that's one of the Constantine's fandom's favorite ships for him. And it's very interesting. And we get to explore that in the comic book and kind of, but not really in the movie, in the animated movie.
Yeah, I think those two are a good pair. But,
especially after what happened to her father in some certain continuities, and he becomes Dr. Fate and all those things. So, yeah.
No one can resist the fishnets.
Nope. Nobody.
Oh my, not even Lilith. All right, what is this, number 5?
I do have a thing for Black Canary too, so.
Hey now. All right, you think that's a ship? How about this ship? When Constantine first appeared, who is he paired up with? Swamp Thing.
Honestly, I'd rather see John and Swamp Thing than Swamp Thing and Abby.
You'd rather see anybody in Swamp Thing.
Him and Poison Ivy, for all I care, which did happen. Well, it's kind of a one-way thing on that Earth Society 2 book.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I listened to you, Phil. We used to review them.
I know.
I didn't just magically tune out. Let's see. Number 4. Hellblazer number 10. Hold Me. It's the only time that Neil Gaiman wrote the character of Constantine, and no nerds, I am not counting the cameo in the first Sandman arc, okay? I'm not counting that. And it was this one-off that was just so different and so early on in the run. I really feel like that's what kind of got Constantine past that first hump. Look, I know when nerds are going to leave me comments in the section. Technically, they're going to Charlie Esser me. No, I fixed that.
I was about to say no. I was about to say you're the female Charlie Esser. Yeah, right.
No nerds, you're not going to get me this time.
All right. Well, you mentioned what Hellblazer 10. I think Hellblazer 1 when he got his own ongoing series. Vertigo.
Oh yeah. I miss the days of Constantine being a Vertigo character. It definitely, some things got lost in translation when he became a mainstay in the DC continuity. That New 52 run was okay in the beginning, but towards the end it was just like, what are we even doing?
Yeah, it needs to be a mature book, and I don't know, I think it's better when he's kind of in his own corner of the universe. I mean, some people might filter in every so often, but
if it ain't Swamp Thing, leave it alone.
Kind of, yeah, almost like you kind of want to ground it in the real world, but you have all those like horror and mystical elements to it, though.
We desperately need to bring back sophisticated suspense. No book in the proper DC universe has that sophisticated suspense, and I really feel like that's a niche market that they're missing out on, that they could plump sales up for the new Constantine book in this not a reboot continuity.
DC, Lilith and I will write it. How about a sophisticated suspense book, like an anthology book? You know, one arc will be Constantine, one arc will be Swamp Thing, one
Dr. Fate,
Zatanna.
They really screwed the pooch on that Dr. Fate thing with the New 52. I've been upset ever since.
I know. But tell me you don't want to write a Zatanna arc.
I would love to write anything for Zatanna. So number 2 for me is when the CW decided to greenlight the Constantine animated series, which will basically be the second season of the actual TV series. And it's going to be on the CWC, coming out in 2018. I don't know if it's early 2018 or late 2018. So I'm assuming it might be fall 2018 because that's when Vixen released around the fall. So, but wait, the Raid, when is the Raid coming out? Is that coming out? It's coming out next year, but early. I think it's like in between the break. So it might be in the summer.
But isn't he supposed to be in that crossover? Why they wouldn't put that out before, or
I don't know.
It's like at the end of November.
Yeah. Or maybe they put the crossover out to get people interested. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. If they were smart, they put that Constantine thing on in the summer when, you know, none of their other shows are running.
Well, it's going to be on the CWC, the app.
Yeah.
So, doesn't really matter. But, yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Okay. And are we down to number 1?
Yes, we are.
All right, well, you mentioned CW, and I'll argue this with me. One of my favorite moments is when Constantine appeared on Arrow.
I'm not going to argue with you. Season 4 was a mess, but that episode wasn't part of the mess. Oh, it was kind of technically, like, because I really hate that they gave him, like, this jumbo-jangle, like, little spell thing on his stomach. But it's, like, an indelible mark. You know, like, they love the idea that the fans kept pushing for. You know, and Stephen Amell wanted to save that show so bad, and this was, like, his effort to do it. It was just, like, something really cool that happened, and I love that episode. I hate season 4, but I love that episode.
The peacock feather.
It's just a mess. And I was just like, well, if they don't kiss, it's going to be a waste. They got close. There was some grunting and panting and holding, but...
That's right. Miss Hell. For those of you who are new, Lilith Hellfire is a massive fanfic writer.
I'm a slash shipper piece of trash. I know, don't judge me. But for Constantine, at least it's warranted and part of his character, which makes it really interesting to, as a fanfic writer, to write for him, because you can literally take him anywhere.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only other place you can go with Oliver, because Oliver sleeps with, like, any female who isn't related to him.
Now watch Thea don't be related to him. That's the day I'm waiting on.
Half.
They're going to erase that part so they can kill her off. But not before he sleeps with her.
You're horrible.
See, the Arrow's writer room is horrible. But anyway.
No, he's going to get to Felicity's mom before Thea.
You know what? I could be behind that because then that means him and Felicity can't be together. Come on, Donna.
Oh my God, can you imagine her? Like, honey, we have something in common.
Anyway. Oh, God bless this mess, please. You know what I need? I need to find a Constantine Funko Pop. I haven't seen one. Have you seen one?
There's none.
I haven't seen any, and you can get from DC Direct collectibles though, the little 12-inch action figure. I just actually ordered it, but it's only Constantine. I want it from the actual. Well, and it's in Matt Ryan's facial mold or whatever. So I'm gonna need Manny, and I'm definitely gonna need Zed from that TV series. So come on, DC. There's plenty of people that would buy it. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Constantine's popular.
Yeah. I'd love to see Matt Ryan in the movie form, if he ever has time from, his plays and things like that.
I mean, don't you think they would throw money, CW or somebody would throw money at him for, like, a TV series?
Well, the reason why we got the cartoon is because he is very dedicated to his acting craft. Mm-hmm. Hey, Charlie! And he loves plays because it's so intimate. And, like, that's just something so cool and true, like, real actor to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So.
All right, for those of you who are new, that is Charlie Esser, the name who's come up many times already this morning.
Happy to know I'm part of the conversation.
Well, Lilith was like getting in like imaginary arguments with nerds after she said stuff, and I'm like you're I'm like Lilith, you are the female Charlie Esser.
I didn't want anybody to try to pull the retcon card on me today, so I fixed
it. Oh yeah, I think that's when his name first came up because we were talking about that mini series where Deadpool got bonded with the
the symbiote.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, you're just like Charlie Esser when everyone...
It's canon now!
Rock! It was Deadpool! Retcon!
Oh.
Once it happens, man. This ain't Rick and Morty where we actually were following a different Rick and Morty the whole time, even though you didn't realize it.
Oh, God. It's too early for Rick and Morty philosophy. It's too early. Dude, that fandom on Reddit is so hardcore. Like they dig so deep. Like I can't even wrap my head around Rick and Morty right now. Like I went to go like start the binge and I was like in the fan like peeking and I'm just like it's too late at night for this.
You got to watch the fans, man.
That's too early for you, but you were looking for chimichangas at 9:30 in the morning.
It soaks up all the, it gives you that grease and that nice little base umi layer, you know what I'm saying? So you can start drinking as early as you want.
Soaks up all that apple juice.
Mountain Dew.
I drink grape juice, okay? I don't do the apple juice. Mine is made out of grapes, technically.
Yes, that's okay. Grape juice.
Hard grape juice. Is Ty joining us today?
What? Yeah, he should be.
Okay.
Yeah, I already talked to him this morning, so he should be up and.
Anyway.
Presto.
Are we still Newcastle crewing it, or
for 3 more whole minutes?
Okay.
Do you know anything about the character of John Constantine?
Created by Alan Moore.
Yes, Mr. Marvel.
He was supposed to be the centerpiece of Alan Moore's Twilight of the Super Friends, but or whatever he called it. But DC squashed it because he got way too much into the BDSM with Shazam. That was honestly, his whole take on my kids be alone with Alan Moore. I'm just saying that right now. I'm not saying Alan Moore is that way. I'm just saying he sure talks about it a lot. And it's like, okay, Ellen Moore, I get it. You once read that one book by Nabokov, and it moved you. And I get that. It's a good book. It's still read to this day. No one's saying it's not a good book. I'm just saying he actually wrote a lot of great treatises on math as well. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Tyler, what do you know about John Constantine?
That I just saw the best John Constantine meme of my entire life. And it starts off with Albus Dumbledore saying, "Welcome your new defenses of dark arts, teacher." And the second part's Constantine like, "Anyone have a cigarette?" That would have been my Harry Potter movie.
Oh, him and Malfoy. I need that now. Somebody fanfic that for me, please.
All right.
So Constantine is a dick, and let's see, an a-hole with his dark arts. And
so his whole thing, if I recall the movie correctly, which I assume is as accurate as any depiction has ever been made, he basically he committed suicide and came back to life, and now he's like got magic powers.
He's a petty dabbler in. Okay, let's just leave.
Does he have a slightly lamer origin than Doctor Strange? That's all I'm asking.
I'll be back in 20.
I think it's a better origin, honestly.
Okay.
his New 52 origin was interesting, where he had.
I like his original origin. Thank you very much. Nothing New 52.
What was the
Except
original
for Justice League Dark.
I just like how he sells out his friend.
What was his original origin, Lilith?
Nothing like the movie, but we're out of time. We'll get back to that.
Leave me hanging.
The only
That is a lecture for another
only
day.
thing I want to put out in the atmosphere we just talked about, and you guys, we need to push this. DC Comics needs to hire Lilith Hellfire to write a Zatanna miniseries.
A Zatanna miniseries? Okay.
It's all
Tell me-
fishnets and boobs.
All fishnets and boobs?
It's all fishnets and boobs.
Okay, well, I do like both of those things. I tell you, that's my biggest complaint about Aquaman. Not enough fishnets.
For me, it's not enough shirtlessness for Steve Trevor. So,
All right.
he's like, what did I get into? Poor Phil.
You want to ever discuss Deadpool or Constantine with us? Facebook.com, Wade's World Podcast, at Wade's World Pod on Twitter, and what is it? Newcastle Crew. Facebook.com/Newcastle Crew Podcast. Newcastle Crew. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were showing us your junk, Phil.
Hey,
He's like the shirt, the sign. I have to get it all in.
I should turn this camera more often, man. I upgraded my my internet, so now you get to see this face in HD.
Ooh. Just what we were waiting for.
That's why no one's watching. All right, so should we get the capes?
Definitely.
All right, our signature show, everyone.